The Samsung Galaxy S25, S25 Plus, and S25 Ultra are probably only a few months away from being released, but there are rumors that Samsung may also be working on a fourth model, which will call the Samsung Galaxy S25 Slim for the time being. According to the most recent information on this topic, Samsung is thinking of producing a thinner model in the Samsung Galaxy S25 series, which would likely arrive a few months after the main S25 line, according to South Korean website ET News via Jukanlsriv. Since the Samsung Galaxy S25 is anticipated to appear in January or February, the Samsung Galaxy S25 Slim may be released around April or May. Given that Apple is also believed to be releasing a slimmer phone in 2025, possibly called the iPhone 17 Slim or iPhone 17 Air, Samsung's apparent decision to do this next year is noteworthy. As previously said, the Galaxy S25 Slim will probably come a little earlier than Apple's comparable model, but this would give Samsung's prospective new gadget a direct opponent. Although the precise thickness of the Samsung Galaxy S25 Slim is unknown, we would anticipate it to be far slimmer than the slimmest model in the Galaxy S24 range, which is 7.6mm thick. Additionally, it's unclear if Samsung will make the Galaxy S25 FE thinner than earlier FE models, or if the Galaxy S25 Slim would be the first in an entirely new product line. The latter was implied by a previous leak from the Elec, and we've also heard that the Samsung Galaxy S25 FE might arrive in April, which is when the Samsung Galaxy S25 Slim is expected to launch. Since the Samsung Galaxy S25 FE is said to have a 6.7-inch screen and an Exynos 2400 CPU, we have a general idea of the specifications of the Galaxy S25 Slim if these two phones are actually identical. Although the phone's other specifications are unclear, it is possible that additional features will be sacrificed in order to make it thinner, such as fewer cameras or a smaller battery. The Samsung Galaxy S25 Slim's availability is also uncertain. According to an ET News report, it may only be made available in limited quantities to gauge demand. If it proves popular, Samsung may then expand the availability of the Galaxy S26 Slim the following year. In any event, we would advise caution for the time being, but we hope that Samsung's intentions will become more apparent in the upcoming months. We are looking ahead to early 2025 as the year draws to a close. Naturally, the Galaxy S25 Ultra is the most anticipated name. Samsung has been pushing back the release dates of its flagship devices. The Galaxy S24 series was unveiled toward the end of January 2024. The announcement of the S25 is only a few months away, assuming all goes according to plan. Now official, Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite is the company's newest and fastest chip, ultimately constructed on a 3nm technology, greater power, but more energy efficiency. It's true that Qualcomm has rebranded its flagship chips twice in recent years, but nobody is keeping track. It is nearly a given that the Galaxy S25 Ultra's Snapdragon 8 Elite will be its central component. Although it's being hailed as a long-awaited performance boost for Android phones, we don't know if it will be a unique, made-for-Galaxy version, like to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 inside the Galaxy S24 Ultra. At last, a semiconductor that can compete with, and possibly surpass, Apple's A-series chips. There are also rumors that the Galaxy S25 Ultra will soon receive the much-anticipated 16 GB RAM upgrade. However, the 256 GB model will still include 12 GB of storage, presumably only on its 512 GB and 1 TB storage versions. We can't claim that we've observed the Galaxy S24 Ultra suffering from its 12 GB of RAM across all storage configurations. The good news is that Samsung frequently loves to celebrate the arrival of new devices with free upgrades and more money back if you trade in your old phone, so early adopters might be able to get a free storage upgrade during the pre-order period. Additionally, the Galaxy S25 Ultra ought to come pre-installed with One UI 7 and Android 15. This will entail a partial overhaul of the user interface as well as additional AI functions, some of which will be developed by Google and perhaps some more Galaxy AI trickery. Galaxy AI was first introduced and is still being maintained on the Galaxy S24 series. The Galaxy S24 Ultra now has access to the new sketch-to-image feature that was included with the Galaxy Note 6. A 200 megapixels primary, 10 megapixels 3x zoom, 50 megapixels 5x zoom, and 12 megapixels ultra-wide camera were all included with the Galaxy S24 Ultra. The Galaxy S24 Ultra ranked first in our camera benchmark test thanks to the superb module and software. Although it has since lost a few points, it is still one of the greatest phone cameras available. Naturally, Samsung won't be making many changes to it. If it functions, don't mess with it. However, there will be an upgrade to the ultra-wide camera. According to reports, the S25 Ultra will have a 50MP sensor underneath. Now, 5000 milliamps is the norm. A 5000 milliamps battery on an Android flagship has essentially become the norm over the last few years. It appears that manufacturers have reached a limit or sweet spot regarding the capacity of a 6.7-inch phone. Indeed, some rivals are going above and beyond, with the forthcoming OnePlus 13 reportedly packing 6000 milliamps or even 5600 milliamps. We cannot state that updating a phone that is a year old is essential because the Galaxy series is still rather mature. Although it will be interesting to see how the S25 has changed since the S24, for the time being, we think you will be perfectly content to keep your old Galaxy S24 Ultra until 2025. Better yet, if you can get one at a discount once the new one launches, it might be something to think about. Naturally, there will be more information and a final assessment after the gadget is formally approved, and we get the opportunity to test its limitations. So, let us know thought in the comments section. Then we'll see you in the next one. See you tomorrow. Peace out.